Hi, Christopher Isaac, and in this video we're going to talk about 3 text hacks. And if you're one of 99% of the people on the planet that have ever texted, then you've probably dealt with one of these 3 things. And not only are we going to tell you how to fix them, but really the ultimate goal of text messaging to avoid any issues and to really accomplish a desired goal that is to date and see the guy that you are interested in. So the first question, I can tell you I was with a friend of mine recently and she was like, I'm really pissed off. And I was like, why? And she was like, because I was texting this guy and we were texting back and forth for like 3 days straight, and then one morning I said good morning and he didn't reply for like 4 days. I'm really pissed off. And I was like, oh, that's weird. But it was weird that she expected him to reply. There was no goal to that conversation. It was just talking to talk. And if he's busy, he might have other priorities. I don't know, like feeding kids. Anything. If anything's more important than a text message of good morning, he's not going to reply. So one text hack that I'm going to teach you is just to ask a question. The purpose behind all of these texts, by the way, or these hacks, by the way, is to show you that text messaging should only be used for handling logistics. It should only be used to schedule a meetup, to schedule a date, to hang out with each other face to face. The only exception is long distance relationships, but that's separate. We can do a different video on that. If you want that, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to do that. But that takes your involvement, takes you saying, hey look, please do that. I'll definitely do it. Anyway, so the second hack would be misinterpretation, right? I think we've all been through this where we receive a text or we send out a text and the other one's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, I didn't mean it that way. Tone matters, right? That's the whole point of conversation, face-to-face conversation. There was actually a study done very recently where 2 groups of people, specifically women, listened to a guy read a script. And he pretty much, it was verbatim, he read the same thing for each group, but one group hated him and one group loved him. I'll give you exactly what I mean. In this, he would say something to the effect of, it was a dating experiment, and he would talk to a group full of women, and he's like, yeah, I'm really only doing this because I think this is dumb. I'm kind of desperate. You know, I don't really know how to use, you know, online profiles or dating profiles or anything like that. This is really weird and uncomfortable for me. And they're like, I thought he was really weird. And then group B, he would say the exact same thing and he'd be more friendly, he'd be more playful about it, more challenging. He'd say something to the effect of, you know, this is kind of silly, you know, I'm just doing this because I don't really understand social media. You know, he read the exact same thing. There was no line that was changed, but when they came back together, group A was like, I think he sucked, and group B was like, I think he's cute, he's awesome. And then the person that was doing the experiment was like, I'll tell you what, he said the exact same thing. And they were like, no way. Tonality matters, right? The tone of a conversation is excruciatingly important. And text message does not allow you to have that basic function, which is where emojis come into play, which is where LOLs and ha-has come into play. It adds a more playful tone, you know, sticking your tongue out or smiling, you know, it really allows you to express emotion behind a message that normally your voice would do for you. The third hack, waiting, right? We all hate waiting for text messages. In fact, we can become very addicted to text messaging because if we're talking to someone we like and they're great conversationalists through text message, and then suddenly they disappear, we start panicking, like, oh shit, what did I do? Or what is he doing that's so much more important? The truth is, you're probably just dealing with someone that has a very busy lifestyle. Nobody likes needy, right? We like attention, we don't like needy. This is a good thing, I promise you. If you're talking to someone and he stops texting, it's probably because you should revert back to the first hack and be like, hey, what are you doing later tonight? I was thinking of hanging out with some friends, you should come. Right? Ask a question. Handle the logistics of meeting someone. Add a smiley face. Be expressive. The whole point of texting, all of it, is to handle logistics. You want to hang out with this person that you like so very much. If you're not doing that, then you're really just wasting the other person's time, where they have to prioritize, where they have to answer phone calls and they can't respond to you, where they have to drive and they can't respond to you. If I'm going to take a shower, I'm not going to be like, hey, hold on, let's pause this conversation so I can shower, and then I have to make dinner, oh, and then I'm going to sleep, I'll text you in the morning. People don't typically do that. We just prioritize our day as it comes. which is why it's extremely important to have an end goal in mind when text messaging. It's extremely important to be expressive, expressing emotions so that way there's no misinterpretation whatsoever, and that you are making the best use of your time and his time for a future date and future interactions that enable you to build a relationship, build experiences, and set that foundation for a happy relationship. Till next time.